Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Housing Successor Agency, and City Council to order. City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Mora,
Here.
Councilmember Martin,
Here.
Councilmember Rodriguez,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Zamora,
Here.
and Mayor Rounds.
Here. I'd like to call upon Cindy Jarvis to lead us in today's invocation. Please stand.
For everything there is a season, a time for every activity under the heavens. Ecclesiastes 3:1. Everything has a designated time, and there's a purpose behind every season or period of life. This provides comfort and a sense of order in the midst of life's changes and challenges that often occur. This is where we trust that God is in control and He has a plan. Sometimes we don't understand His divine plan in the moment, but we put our faith into action. Trust in the Lord your God with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we're grateful to be amongst others who truly believe that you have a plan for our city. Thank you for the amazing leaders we have, and we pray for safety and peace over them tonight. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Remain standing, please. I'd like to ask John Mora, Councilmember Mora, for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, please place your hand over your heart. Ready? Begin.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to introduce the following representative from the Chamber of Commerce. Debbie Wade from Tapiac Restaurant and Tequila Sports Bar via YouTube. Diego Delamo, State Farm Insurance. Mark Gutierrez, Gilmore Automotive. And our own and only, one and only, Santa Fe Springs Chamber of Commerce CEO, Kathy Fink. Welcome. First on the agenda, we have a proclamation, Santa Fe Springs birthday. I'd like to call upon Public Information Officer Raylene Barras.
Good evening, Mayor Rounds, members of the City Council, and members of the community. It is my honor to stand before you today to recognize a significant moment in our community. On May 15, 1957, the city of Santa Fe Springs was officially incorporated, and this year marks the 68th anniversary of that historic day. In recognition of this milestone, we are proud to proclaim May 15th as Santa Fe Springs History Day, a day to celebrate our city's rich past, honor those who helped shape it, and reflect how far we've come as a community. From our roots in agriculture and oil to our growth into a vibrant hub of industry, innovation, and family life, Santa Fe Springs has always been a city shaped by determination, collaboration, and community pride. We celebrate not only our history, but the people who have kept it alive. Through preservation, storytelling, and service, today is a reminder that our shared past is the foundation of our future. At this time, I'd like to invite the Mayor and City Council to accept this proclamation on behalf of the city and the generations of residents, businesses, and leaders who have contributed to the legacy of Santa Fe Springs. Thank you, and happy 68th anniversary to the city of Santa Fe Springs.
So this is what we have, 68th anniversary, Santa Fe Springs. I'm proud to say that I was around when Santa Fe Springs became a city, and my parents were part of the group that worked and hard and not protested, but walked to get the city incorporated. So they were part of this group that got the city incorporated. So Santa Fe Springs, this is for you. all the residents, so thank you. Oh. So we have a birthday cake. You're good, you're good. You don't have to come any farther.
You gotta pop balloons right there.
So. It's not. Okay, everybody, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Santa Fe Springs. Happy birthday to you. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that it's also my anniversary, so, on the 15th. Thank you. Uh-oh. 3 fingers. Raylene, you're up again. What do we have now? We have the proclamation Mental Health Awareness Month.
We would like to take a photo with the proclamation, Mayor, if that's okay.
Oh, sure, of course.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Good evening again. Today, we proudly recognize the month of May as National Mental Health Month, a time dedicated to breaking the stigma surrounding mental health and encouraging support, understanding, and compassion for those facing mental health challenges. Here in our city, we are committed to fostering a community where everyone feels seen, supported, and connected. None of that would be possible without the dedicated efforts of our city's social workers. Your tireless work to support the emotional and mental health of our residents is deeply appreciated. You provide a lifeline to those in need, and we thank you for your compassion, professionalism, and unwavering commitment. We also want to extend our appreciation to our valued community partners who have joined us in this effort: The Whole Child, LA CADA, and Spirit Family Services. Your organizations provide vital mental health, family support, and substance use services that uplift and empower individuals and families across our city. Thank you for your continued partnership, and thank you for joining us today to accept this proclamation. Your presence reflects the strength of our shared commitment to mental health awareness and community care. Together, we are building a healthier, more resilient Santa Fe Springs that prioritizes wellness for all. Now I'd like to invite The Whole Child, LA CADA, and Spirit Family Services up to the dais to accept the proclamation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, they don't have no roads or nothing. What happened?
Thank you. Costanza. Costanza.
See you again. Thank you so much.
Costanza. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday, man.
Oh, you guys have to scoot over.
Yeah, everybody over to the left. To the left, to the left.
You gotta just play the song, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, wait.
So, okay.
Oh.
Where you at? Which
I'm
one?
right here.
Okay.
All right, and 3, 2, 1. Can I get just LA Cata and then so I can do it? Yes.
Even it out?
Three, two,
You hear that, Juan? They said 3, 2, Juan. 3, 2, Juan. Oh, sad. Bill, you wanna?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sure, of course.
Good evening. I would like to thank, again, all of us at the dais would like to thank all of our people that go out every day and caring for the people with addictions, with homelessness, and mothers and children that don't have any homes. I'd like to thank you for everything that you do. It just takes a phone call when I have a resident or somebody in need. It takes one phone call to Juan Navarro of LA Cata, and he finds homes. It takes one phone call for Costanza to answer her call when I need help. And the others, it just, you guys help so much. Mental illness is all around, and it used to be stigmatized, and now people are there to help, and it's okay to ask for help. And I just want to thank you for everything that you do every day. It doesn't go unnoticed. Nolan, thank you for everything. Priscilla, you guys do so much, and just please give them a round of applause. Without them, there'd be a lot of hurt people out there in our community. So thank you.
Go for it. All of us working together to help the people that need help, and thank you, all of you. I'd like to call upon Community Services Manager Callie Torres, Proclamation Autism Awareness Month.
Good evening, Mayor, council members, and community members. It's an honor to join you tonight as we recognize and proclaim this as Autism Awareness Month in the city of Santa Fe Springs. Autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, affects individuals in a unique and deeply personal way. It's not just one experience, but many, ranging from subtle changes in social interaction to more complex needs requiring lifelong support. What unites all individuals on the spectrum, however, is the importance of being seen, supported, and celebrated for who they are. Each year, approximately 1 in 36 children in the United States is diagnosed with autism. That number reflects not only the growing awareness and understanding of the condition, but also its significant presence in our communities. Given its prevalence, it's likely that autism touches the lives of many people in this room here, whether as parents, siblings, educators, neighbors, or friends. This proclamation acknowledges not only the diversity of those living with autism, but also the dedication of families, caregivers, educators, healthcare professionals, and service organizations who support them every day. These champions play a vital role in helping individuals with autism live independently, pursue opportunities, and reach their fullest potential. As a city, we reaffirm our commitment to inclusivity and understanding. We encourage every resident to learn more, get involved, and help create a community where everyone, regardless of ability, feels welcomed and empowered. By recognizing Autism Awareness Month, we highlight the collective commitment of our city to building a more informed and compassionate community. And now I'd like to present the City Council with this proclamation as we celebrate Autism Awareness Month in the city of Santa Fe Springs.
Here you go.
Nice to give it back to you, Bill.
You take a picture.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you.
This side will
Go, sure.
Thank you, Kylie. For many years, I actually worked for different programs, and, working with individuals with autism was just a day-to-day basis. And some we taught facilitated communication, the PEC system, just other ways and other means of communicating, because sometimes they're nonverbal and they can't communicate. I remember there's times where individuals used to, hush us, get mad at us. We used to have to carry a card, and, it'd be intense, rolling around on the floor where people thought we were fighting. It was just protecting that individual from themselves, or protecting them from another person. And, I used to always want to ask the program, say, hey, can we make a shirt that, just said, I have autism, what's your excuse? But of course, company told me that wouldn't be a good idea. So, but, just remembering about autism, just remembering that individual, that when you go somewhere, they live in a special place. They don't have to see the darkness that we see every day. And, these are God's children. And may God always have a hedge of protection around them. And I just ask that, that for those of us who don't know, and, when it comes to our law enforcement, anybody who has a child with autism, with aggressive behavior, any type of behavior, they sometimes, leave the home. Always bring a picture, photos into our police service center, highway patrols, just so everybody knows this is an individual from our community, so our fire departments, just so we are aware. Don't be ashamed. We're all in it together to help each other. So, may God bless you all, and, may Autism Awareness Month always, reign in all your hearts, and, reign every day. So thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that, Mayor Pro Tem. Next, we have a proclamation, National Police Week. I'd like to call upon the following law enforcement representatives to accept the proclamation. From the Whittier Police Department, we have Lieutenant Dave Elizares. Lieutenant. We also have Lieutenant, oh man, they gave me some challenging. Lieutenant Jin Kawanaka. Close? From the California Highway Patrol, and Captain Melissa Hamden. Thank you for that. Oh, man. So if everybody could come up here, we have proclamations for you guys, and accept them. And believe it, we appreciate everything, all of you, what you do day in and day out. As the saying goes, when there's danger, we're running away and you're running into it. So thank you for keeping our city safe, and for what you do. So if we can get Whittier PD first. Thank you. Thank you for the partnership. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So who wants to hold? Lieutenant?
Whoever the lieutenant wants to hold it. There we go. You got it, John?
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. And CHP, you're up next. Thank you. Sorry about that. Hi, sir, how are you doing? It's easy to remember your name. Sorry about butchering your name up.
Oh, it's okay. Most people get it wrong.
Okay.
Thank you.
Here you go, Cap.
Easier.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to do both together, Mayor.
Oh, together?
Arlene, do you want to get in it?
It can be taller than the
There
taller.
you go.
They're sure.
Arlene, take it in.
Oh, yeah, in between.
All right.
Councilmember Martin, can you speak to your, there, other way?
Well, Melissa's in front of me.
There we go. All right, 3, 2, 1. We'll do one more. 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Thank you.
And they get a sense of humor. That's even
Yeah, no
better.
choice with us.
Of course.
A CHP Whittier PD. Just want to thank you guys so much for what you do. It's a thankless job, and it's coincidental that we have Mental Health Month and National Police Week, because you guys need the most support on anything. I think I've attended more suicides this year for a police officer passing away that were my husband's partners than a health issue. So please know that we're acknowledging it, but we have all these people here that will help you guys with mental health if you guys need anything with support. Because what you guys see, we will never be able to see that and deal with it on a day-to-day basis. So please know, thank you from the bottom of our hearts, what you guys mean to us as a city, and we want you guys home every day. But we're here not just because it's a week of Police Week, we're here 365 days to support you. And you see the mental health programs that we have, and all of us here for you. So thank you so much for what you guys do, and we want to make sure you guys go home every night. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and all council, thank you.
Next, we have recognition of the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast sponsors. I'd like to call upon Kylie Torres once again. Yeah, I got it right. Yeah.
Good evening once again, Mayor Rounds, council members, and members of the public. I'm honored to take a moment tonight to recognize the sponsors who made this year's Mayor's Prayer Breakfast such a meaningful and successful event. The Mayor's Prayer Breakfast was created as a space to bring our community together in a spirit of unity, reflection, and shared purpose. This year's gathering continued that belief, bringing nearly 200 attendees from all walks of life, demonstrating the power of connection and shared values in our city. The event's success was made possible thanks to the generous support of community-minded business organizations. Together, 25 sponsors contributed a total of $40,500, making this our most successful prayer breakfast to date. Their generosity not only funded the event, but also helped reinforce a foundation for future gatherings that inspire collaboration and civic pride. On behalf of the city of Santa Fe Springs, we thank each of our sponsors for believing in the importance of bringing people together, investing in a stronger, more connected community. And at this time, I'd like to invite our sponsors up, and we'll be reading you off one at a time, and to come forward and receive a certificate of appreciation over here by our PIO, Ms. Raylene Barazza, and take a photo with City Council. And I'm going to first start off, and I'm going to go through the whole list of sponsors, whether they're here or not, just to recognize them for their contributions. Tonight, we have our platinum sponsor, TransTech Engineering. We have a few that are not here. Another platinum sponsor, Bridgeland Resources. We have a gold sponsor, CJ Construction, and another gold sponsor, Cabrera Capital Markets. Another gold sponsor who is here tonight is North Star Alliances. Gold sponsor, IBE.
Right here.
Wanted to get cake, right? Wanted to get cake?
We have a sponsor that is not here, is CR&R Incorporated, and then another gold sponsor that is here, Universal Waste Systems.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Our silver sponsors, we have two that are not here. We have Atcor and Farmers and Merchants Bank. And then we also have Nationwide Environmental Services, who is here. A silver sponsor, Lakata.
One of you guys. One of you guys. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Ready, are we good?
3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Another silver sponsor is Prime Store, was unavailable to make it tonight, but we do have San Gabriel Valley Water Company.
Thank you. Over here in the middle, you guys.
Oh, that was
Clock is
perfect.
at.
3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Hold on, hold on.
West Coast Arborist, another silver sponsor.
Thank you.
3, 2, 1. Thank you.
And Chick-fil-A and Maersk, who could not be here tonight. Oh, Maersk, I'm sorry, I didn't see you check in, Maersk.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Three, two, one. Thank you.
And then rounding out our silver sponsors are Rafi and Momanesian, who also could not attend tonight. Next, we have our bronze sponsors, starting off with Spectro Coats.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Three, two, one. I'm gonna take one more. Three, two, one. Thank you.
I know. I was like, dude, Devin's right.
Next up, we have Gilmore Auto Group.
Like, make a heart. There you go. You know it. There you go.
The Whole Child.
There you go.
Ta-da.
Three, two, one. Thank you.
Republic Services.
Thank you very much.
Three, two, one. Thank you.
And we had two more that could unfortunately not be here tonight, but that is Muni Environmental and Kemp Brothers Construction. Oh, you are here.
You made it.
Welcome. So Muni Environmental.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Three, two, one. Thank you.
And that concludes our presentation, but if you were not able to attend this year's event, please show up next year. It was a lovely event, and there was a lot of community participation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And for the sponsors still here, I want to, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast. It was a success. It was a full house, standing room only, and it was a great event. And just thank you for coming to support not just the mayor, but the city and its residents. So it was a very good morning, early, but it was a great day, and thank you for the blessings. Next, Mr. Bobadilla, are there any changes to the agenda?
Mr. Mayor, we have one change. Mr. City Attorney?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. City Manager. We do have a walk-on item for tonight. This item came to the attention of city staff after the agenda was posted, and there is a need to take immediate action. If we could add this item, it's entitled Update Certificate of Account Resolutions Listing Authorized Individuals with the BMO Bank. If we could add that as consent calendar item number 15, please. Thank you.
Item number 15. Okay. Next, we have public comments are now open. The public may address the city council on any non-public hearing item on the agenda or any other matter within the council's jurisdiction. You will have an opportunity to speak for 3 minutes once the city clerk announces your name. City clerk, do we have any members of the public that wish to speak today?
Yes, Mayor, we have two speakers. First, I'd like to call upon Lee Squire.
Hi, Lee.
Lee Squire, Vietnam era veteran, auditor, and fraud examiner. Mayor and City Council, first things, happy birthday. National Police Week. Just wanted to say we veterans support law enforcement across America. Foreign law enforcement are serving military veterans, military reserves, and the National Guard, and we have your backs. Second, Central Basin Municipal Water District. First one was attempted by the attorneys to classify a fraud report into Capstone, AKA Delterra. The court overruled it and declared that to be a public record. I will be sending an electronic copy to your city clerk. Some of those frauds have still not been corrected, and I am actively now engaging in Central Basin. The second thing is Central Basin has standby charges / property taxes at $10 per parcel. I believe that these are possible violations of Proposition 218 based upon the settled agreement with West Basin Municipal Water District. I am presenting a copy of the West Basin lawsuit for a matter of the public record. I will send via email the fraud investigation report for Capstone. And I will also turn in my public comments. God bless America, God bless the military and its family, and God bless law enforcement and their families across America. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lee. Next.
Mayor, next I'd like to call upon Isabel Cervantes.
Good evening. In addition to the city having a great birthday, we also have a wonderful birthday coming up for Councilwoman Annette Rodriguez. So it's another reason to celebrate the month of May. On behalf of La Cara and Women's Club Friends, we'd like to wish you a happy birthday. And we have a strawberry cheesecake, your favorite, for you. We want to sing happy birthday. But I'm not going to sing or clear the room.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Annette. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. That is the nicest. Oh, my goodness.
It's heavy.
I feel it. Thank you so much.
You have to return it, though, Jo Angel. You have to return it back to her.
With the big old piece missing, with the slice missing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
City Clerk, are there any other speakers?
No other speakers, Mayor.
Public comments are now closed. Mr. Bobadilla, do we have any staff communications?
We have no communications tonight, Mayor.
Thank you. Next, we have a public hearing, item number 6, ordinance number 1159, amending the municipal code to change public hearing notices requirement from 10 to 20 days. I'd like to call upon Mr. Bobadilla.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council. Effective January 1st of this year, the State Assembly authorized Bill 2904, also known as AB 2904, which now requires us to give a 20-day notice versus a 10-day notice. So before you is this change, and this is on public hearings held on proposed zoning ordinances or zoning ordinance amendments that affect the permitted use of real property.
Thank you. The public hearing is now open. Anyone wishing to be heard, please approach the podium and state your name. Seeing none, public hearing is now closed. Is there any discussion, or do I have a motion of approval of item number 6?
I'll move item 6.
I second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. Next is item number 7, boxcar mural submissions. I'd like to call upon Mr. Bobadilla.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Before you, we have Ed Ramirez, who will give us a report on this item and give you an update of the recommendation from our HAC committee.
Thank you, Renee. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, City Council, members of the audience. This evening, I'm here to come back to you from the outcome of the boxcar mural submissions. Council may recall back in October 15th, I presented several options to replace the Santa Fe Springs Origins mural on the boxcar at Santa Fe Springs. There was options of commissioning an artist to repaint the mural on the actual boxcar. There was an option of commissioning an artist to recreate the image digitally, to then submit that on the, or actually put that wrap on the boxcar. And then the other option was just leave the boxcar alone as it currently exists after the rebuilding of that. Well, the outcome of that, City Council gave the direction to then host or hold an actual boxcar mural contest with students middle school, 12 years in age of older, also in high school, junior college, and university. We created the guidelines, and we actually then promoted this contest for 2.5 months from February through April 11th, allowing us to market this opportunity with methods of the All Things Santa Fe Springs brochure, flyers, social media posts, and actually working directly with teachers, principals, as well as the superintendent from Little Lake City School District. Again, the students were provided the general guidelines that we created to ensure that the submitted work was created within the city parameters to preserve the city's rich history. The contest deadline was April 11th. We actually received 14 sketches received by Santa Fe High students. Only 7 of those submissions were City of Santa Fe Springs residents, disqualifying the others from the other contestants. On April 26th, those 7 sketches were displayed at SFS Art Fest. And then on April 29th, the Heritage Arts Advisory Committee reviewed the artwork of those 7 sketches using a scoring matrix of 40 points, evaluating the areas of creativity, connecting to Santa Fe Springs, the visual appeal, as well as the message and the clarity of what they're trying to say. Here are some of those submissions, those 7 submissions, which you were provided in your report. Submission 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then there was submission 5, 6, and 7. And these are the ones that actually were reviewed by the Heritage Arts Advisory Committee. The outcome of that is the Heritage Arts Advisory Committee is recommending that none of these submissions that were received be utilized to replace the artwork on the boxcar. However, they felt it was more suitable for these images to be utilized for the traffic signal box utility boxes. And in doing so, they also recommended that we move forward in recommending a professional artist be commissioned to design the digital artwork and install the artwork on the boxcar. However, they still did go through the scoring process to select the top 4 candidates. And those top 4 candidates are here. So we have submission 1, a score of 31.1. Submission 6 was the second, with a score of 28.4. The submission 7 was third at 24.1. And the submission 5 was the fourth at 21.3. So our recommendations to you this evening is to obviously review the submissions that were provided by the advisory. Authorize the Director of Community Service to contract a professional artist to digitize the artwork for the vinyl wrap, if you decide to do so this evening. Authorize allocation of funds for the Public Art and Education Program, all expenses that will be charged to that for the boxcar, or take any such action related that you all desire. Let's see, sorry, let me go back here.
Ed, if I may.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, I do want to emphasize that when the council directed staff to look at this item, based on recommendations from the council, we wanted to really ensure that the artwork that was going to be submitted was going to be an inspiration for an artist to take on and draw a professional art piece based on the inspiration from these artists, whether you selected one for inspiration or you select all of them and you said, we like all of them, can we have the artist draw an inspiration from that? But I want to be clear that the direction of the council was not to pick one of these and put one of these on the boxcar. It was to get a professional artist to take one of these and take that inspiration to create a piece. So I want to be clear because there's been some misunderstanding of folks believing that we were just going to plaster this on a boxcar. And no disrespect to our artists, they did a phenomenal job. But the direction was to be able to take these and put them on a boxcar based on inspiration from these pieces.
And just so the estimated cost for this would range between 16.5 and 45,000 roughly. It would be charged to the Heritage Arts Education Fund, and there's no impact to the general budget. And that would range because of the fact of the artist that we select, as well as the cost of the wrap, as well as the updating of the kiosk, the information kiosk there at the park. So if there's any questions, I'm happy to answer.
And one of the recommendations we would make is to allow us to move forward with hiring an artist. And number two is if the council wishes to take those pieces as inspiration, we can get that work started, and then you can direct us to bring that back to the hack or bring it back to you.
I think overall, I mean, just the fact of the inspiration, I know that when I see that the chief, itself, I know that we're going to be losing the chief next week, but I mean, that's just the heritage of Santa Fe Springs as its own. So, I mean, collectively, if they can use the different drawings and images, you know what I mean? I mean, even if, I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to the Santa Fe High School chief logo, I mean, that's something that,
I think, council members, if you look at every image, I think every artist really hit a historical piece of Santa Fe Springs, right? Some of them hit Heritage Park, some of them, draw to our oranges, our Indian culture, some of the springs. I think all of them depict something that has to do with Santa Fe Springs, some more than others. So I think the students did a really good job of really drawing some inspiration of what can be on that boxcar. So that's our recommendation, is to get direction to put that back.
Oh, yeah. Mayor,
Of course. We're discussing.
like you said, there's little bits and pieces. If we collectively put different things that stand out to us and take it to a professional and see what they come up with, could we do something like that?
that's what
Yeah.
we're actually doing.
And I just have a couple questions. You said for the electrical box.
So they're actually recommending that the pieces here could be utilized from the other artists that we use for our traffic signal boxes, is perhaps she could recreate these images, and then the hack could select, or city council could select from this top winners, so that we could actually install this on the
So
electric.
it would be the same artist, Candace, right? The one that
That's
did
the
it?
artist that we've used in the past, yes.
I just have a question regarding the electrical box. I've been walking around seeing the boxes, and a lot of them aren't up to par. From everything else seems really up to par in the condition. Yeah, I mean, there's one, like I said, it's here, we have National Police Week, we're honoring them, and then you go to one right across the street, and the police officer's face is X'd out,
yeah.
and another one says, it's graffitied over. We're sending two different messages. My thing is across the board, if we're paying money to get these boxes done, why aren't we maintaining them? And we're waiting till they're, to be honest with you, I mean, I don't want to, but why hasn't anybody seen that? Here, we're honoring police officers, and our police officer box right across the street has a face crossed out, and it's, graffitied on. Who's watching them? Who's taking care of them? If there's so much money in this committee, why don't we have somebody maybe every 6 months, go out and check them all and maintain them, so it doesn't cost us more money at the end, or not us, the hack committee, cost them more money to fix everything or repaint them. Could we start doing something like that?
Certainly, and I'll definitely, I didn't know that there was actually that at that box, but we are certainly creating a maintenance plan. I'm actually working with Supervisor Kevin, and we actually are in that process to create a plan to ongoingly review and maintain these pieces. In fact, recently, we're actually now starting to finish up some of the other art pieces that have been sitting.
And I will say that's the challenge of having the artists basically paint them onto the boxes, because now you need the artist to come back and paint them back. We can't use graffiti remover because we'll destroy the painting. So this type of artwork requires a lot of maintenance and it's costly, and if we want to continue doing that, we can. There's other methods we can apply to put those images on those electrical boxes if we want to do that. But just know it's not it's a costly endeavor to continue to brush them up, because it does require the artist to come with paint to redo them.
That's fine, but my thing is, if we have these boxes, we gotta keep them up. Our city is known for the artwork, and if you walk by, that thing's been there at least 6 months.
No,
That's
it's more than a year.
almost a year. I mean,
Yeah.
those are the things that we emphasize on art. We should be taking care of these, whether they're digital, painting, doesn't matter what, they should be taken care of with pride.
I agree. Can't the painting or the painting rendition on there be digitized onto a wrap so it could be replaced
Every
as
time.
needed? Just like the tiles that we have right here.
I'll tell you, that's the most cost-effective, quickest way to do it, and we can keep them up. They're very quick to put on. How long does it take an artist to do one electrical box?
The artist that we use takes approximately 2 to 3 days.
Yeah. And what we had talked about before was we were talking about it being a rep, the same thing that, so, I mean, how it got lost in translation, I mean, don't understand that, but we're, to piggyback where what Juanita was saying, the electrical box in front of Police Service Center, that's where the box is at. And when we have our Red Ribbon Parade, I mean, last year, it was, you had it X'd out. I mean, I know things were said and, but still, don't know, like she's saying, I mean, we don't know who's supposed to be on that. But I know, another thing too, I mean, when we have Red Ribbon Parade, some of these kids, when they do their artwork, if, we can look at that, throwing it on these electrical boxes too, just makes it interesting, especially because along that corridor, I mean, it's for the kids. I mean, everything we do in that segment is for the kids, and just to make sure that they're, that anybody who has a dream of being an artist or, participating, but we did talk about it being a wrap, just, but I don't know where it came into changing it this way.
I would personally recommend something that's a lot easier to maintain and quickly repairable. And if that's something the council wishes to do, if we get direction, we can definitely, as Ed puts together his maintenance plan, we can certainly get those repaired or updated. And then tonight, we just need direction on which direction you want us to take on the boxcar mural.
So right now, you're talking about two different things. You're
Yes,
talking
sir.
about the boxcar and you're talking about the electrical
Different things.
boxes.
I know we kind of
So-
deviated from our
Yeah,
agenda
so-
item, sorry.
So I think we need to deal with the boxcar, and we can give direction on the electrical box out. Well, I think we've already given direction on the electrical box.
Yes, we'll
Okay.
definitely follow up on that.
So now
and look
let's,
into that.
are there
Well,
any
on
other
the-
thoughts?
Well, yeah, it's 7 submissions out of probably a few hundred.
No, so
No, but I know the only
we
set-
didn't
but
have
no,
much.
No, but this, no, but I know this, I guess the contest was open to all the schools in our community. So we had probably quite a few, but we had 7 submissions. And, yeah, kudos to these guys for, submitting their artwork. I mean, and of course, every single one of these art pieces, so I mean, it's kind of funny, but anyway, every one of these art pieces, they, this is like, their own kid's little rendition of how he sees Santa Fe Springs. And true, we're going to have this one as inspiration for a professional artist to go and create,
Yes.
something that's really that what we want in Santa Fe Springs. I don't think it'd be a bad idea for him to take a look at all of these, but also we would want like the true heritage of Santa Fe Springs. So we have a professional, come and visit the history books in the library, walk the bridge, look at all those, we have those black and whites on there. And so, have that artist get inspiration from walking around the city, talking to the Heritage Arts Committee, talking to the senior advisor. I mean, we got a lot of heritage that's still, alive and well. And have him draw his own inspiration, because that boxcar is a landmark here. This is a historical landmark in our city. And it's got to be top-notch, done by a professional.
And I agree with all the comments. So my suggestion would be, at some point, we're going to have to hire an artist anyway.
Yes.
To draw it. So we already have some submissions. Let's hire an artist, let the artist see these submissions, give them the criteria that was given to the people that were submitting them, and see what kind of a vision, have them come up with 2 or 3 different visions of what they can say, possibly using some of this information, but combining all of it, and then go from there. I mean, does that?
I think
Make
that
sense?
sounds good, put it all together. And is that the chief right there in the left-hand corner?
Bottom left.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, put it all together, make it look beautiful, bring it back. And I think that we're going to have a beautiful boxcar. Yes.
So that would be my motion, if I can make that motion.
Second.
And there's a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Real quick,
Yeah.
is Candace the one that's gonna be coming back and doing it since she has the history of everything?
With that particular box, I'll notify her and we'll have her come up and touch up.
That would be the box. No.
No, I,
No, that's a wrap. Does she?
no, that's actually painted on there.
What I'm saying is the design, who's gonna?
We have to procure an artist, so we'll
Would it-
go through a
correct.
procurement process to procure an artist, yes.
And then they're gonna have to digitize
To put the wrap?
with the wrap, yeah.
First, we're just to hire an artist, we'll go through our procurement process, our policy, and then they'll start
Yeah,
working on
and we
some
can deal
concepts.
with that again. Once we get what we want on it, then we'll discuss again what it's gonna, whether it's gonna be painted or a wrap or whatever.
And-
But let's get the concept
Electro
first.
boxes, I'll speak to all of you individually, and we'll get that under wraps.
So, any no's?
Just
So
one,
ordered.
I have one question. In
Yes.
relation to recognizing the artists, the students that submitted submissions, we will follow up with the students to inform them of that, but the recommendation with these particular artworks, do we want to do anything with them?
Bring them to a council meeting.
Okay.
And thank them for spending the time to do that.
Got it.
But also let them know that their visions,
It's gonna be,
Yeah,
their
it's-
visions are gonna be
It's an
considered.
inspiration.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
I'm sorry, who did these drawings?
The kids.
So there were 7 students from Santa Fe High.
Oh, that is amazing. Yes. Are any of them here today?
No.
No? Okay. That is amazing. We should have them here to let them know that this is a very good job. Yes.
Will do.
City Attorney, are we good? Okay. Yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next, Housing Successor Agency, and City Council consent calendar. We have a total of 8 consent items, 8 through 15. Is there a motion and a second?
I'll move.
I second.
Items 8 through 15.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. Appointments to boards, committees, and commissions. Councilmember Mora?
Angel Corona to Youth Leadership.
Okay. Councilmember Martin?
None tonight, thank you, sir.
Councilmember Rodriguez?
None tonight, thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Zamora?
None tonight.
And I have none. Council comments, AB 1234, council conference reporting. Councilmember Mora?
Yes. And I'll be the first to go. You guys are going to probably hear repeats on some of these topics, but they're going to be worth repeating because there's just so much stuff that has happened over the last couple of weeks. We had the opportunity to visit a development over in Scottsdale along with our city manager, and this is something that we want to bring back to you, our community. What we saw there was, and they'll have their own depiction of it. This is my depiction. It was, of course, multi-use, a location where it's a destination location for our residents and also people from other cities. If you've ever heard of the Americana, the Grove over in LA, something similar to that. We have retail, and it'll meet our housing element, because we have certain houses here too. But there's recreation, there's gonna be job creation. We're gonna work it to a way where, property taxes are gonna be benefiting the city. So this is a long-term project, a very long-term project, but I think this is something that we could look forward to seeing in the near future. I think our 5K was a great success. It was a sold-out event, and a lot of people definitely had a lot of fun. Mayor Prayer Breakfast, that was awesome. I think that was a sold-out event, too. So many groups were there, and also the sponsorships that we had from so many companies and organizations that really believe, we all need prayer at one point in time. And that was really, really good to see. It was a sold-out event, and hopefully next year it'll bleed to the outside, too, because we're going to need the room. One thing that I'm most proud of here in our city is our strong community bond that we have, starting from our police and fire to our staff. But look at the organizations that we have, LA CADA, The Whole Child. Who are the other ones that were here? Well, you guys know, there are service groups that are servicing our most needy, and they're all here in our city. And, I cannot be prouder to be on this council, live in this city, have worked for this city. We got a great little town here. Art Fest, of course, was a great success. Some people may not agree with that Metalachi band, but I thought they were hilarious. They were a lot of fun. But it is a form of art. Joe Angel, tell your mom sorry, but. Yep, no. No, Hill and I went back and forth bumping heads with that band, but all in all, I think they were a lot of fun. And, Easter was great, seeing all those kids out there just having a lot of fun. And then we had field trips here with our youth from Lake Center. They had a lot of fun going through the library. They came over here. They had the most interesting questions of us when we were up here. And the best comment I had from those kids were that they looked at me, Bill, and Juanita, and said, "Hey, you guys look like your picture." Yeah, I guess we do. But, these kids were hilarious. And, of course, the most one was probably at the fire station. But a lot of stuff that went on, and, we got a great little town. So have a good evening, everybody.
Does everybody want to just say ditto to what John said?
Juanita's going to add the pizza. No, we got to. Should make us hungry.
You got everything, John. You covered everything, except that you forgot that Scottsdale, that great pizza place.
Oh, my gosh.
Hopefully we can get that pizza company here. I can't remember the name of it, though. Grimaldi's, best, the best. That was good. Pre-birthday wishes, Annette. Happy birthday, 21, 22. Happy birthday. Exactly what John said. Our community is so small but so mighty. It's great to see that here, and it's a little bit of everything, a little bit of everyone makes the city complete. It's awesome. Art Fest was great. The drone show blew, oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. I don't know if anybody's here from TransTech anymore, but that it's awesome. Since they first came into the city, they've taken the city on like their own, and it's great. Can't thank them enough. The 5K was great. I don't know what time I finished. I'm just glad that I finished. Trying to think, cover everything. Again, our Whittier PD, our CHP, we have you 110%, always, always. We want you to go home every night. A little sore note, but I'm going to bring it up. Everybody, of course, we all know about the water issue that we had, but we're fixing it. And just want to say, our employees have kicked ass to fix this. And we are not perfect. But our city is perfect in a way that, because we're all still here, and we all make mistakes at times, and we sometimes trip and fall, but we pick each other up. And that's what Santa Fe Springs is about. So yes, we had a little water issue. Hopefully it's going to be fixed. But please, please, please thank our employees for fixing it, and they're putting 110% to make sure it doesn't happen again. We all stick together as a family, either if we are residents or employees. I'd like to commend all of our employees who stood up for this and helped and make it right. So thank you for all our employees who did that. And on that note, thank you. Oh, happy Mother's Day. If you're a mom, grandma, auntie, happy Mother's Day to all. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Rodriguez?
Ditto. I wanted to say thank you so much for my birthday wishes. It really means a lot to me. I really don't, think too much about my birthday. It's just another day for me, another day to do whatever I choose to do. But that makes me feel real happy. The gratitude that I have for so many people. It's just, thank you so much. I wanted to say about the Art Fest, it was just an amazing adventure. We're getting better and better every year. This town is just an amazing city. I am so happy and grateful that our Lord brought me and my family here to live out our lives. It's just, we know everybody here. People are so generous and nice. I met some really good friends, and it's just an amazing city. I had the opportunity at the 5K to walk with Javi Zamora, and I was I haven't walked with him for such a long time. We talk, but he's Thomas's best friend. But I had the opportunity to spend so much time with him because, let's face it, it took us a long time to walk, but it was so nice. And all the kids and the band, that 80s band, what we're doing in this community is phenomenal. And people are noticing in all the other cities. I have people at my job telling me, I cannot believe your city does so much. They look on our website and they see all these programs that we have, and we're just getting better. We haven't stopped any programs. That's something that my peers up here, we really believe we are not going to stop any programs. We want to increase and we want to make them better for you and ourselves so that we can be the best possible city. And it's because of you as well. Our staff is amazing. I want to thank everybody, the ladies right there, everybody in this room. You have made this city what it is today. And from the 2018 on, since I've been on council, I've seen such a great group of people. And they're friends too. They're not workers, they're friends. So I wanted to say that I had also had the opportunity after quite a long time to go and see the Miss Santa Fe Springs girls, 19 of them. It's been, I was in Seroptimus with the Miss Santa Fe Springs, and it's been about 7 years since I've had the opportunity to go and speak with the girls. Amazing young women. Juanita and I got to speak with them. We were their mentors for the evening, and it was just a touching experience to see so many young women with such strength, and just to talk with them and see how they feel. Juanita and I got to tell them about our lives and the trials and tribulations that we have been through. People think that, maybe you think that we just had it easy growing up, but we didn't. We took a lot of punches, and we roll with the punches. And that's why we are such strong women staying up here, because we've had it hard, but we keep persevering. That's what you have to do. And we explained to them some of the trials and tribulations that have gone on in our lives and continue to go on, and to enjoy each other and give each other strength instead of, fighting with each other. Let's work together and embrace each other. So I want to thank all the people that are here today. Have a happy Mother's Day and a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Zamora.
I want to start off by saying Happy Mother's Day to everybody, and of course to my mom. I know she's not here. She's actually doing a prayer at the house. We lost my aunt, so this Friday we have her services. So I know she's not a fan of Metalachi, but at least it's something different for her. I had you should have seen for the 5K run. I bought her and my little brother their outfits, and she gave me some choice words in Spanish because she thought I was like trying to make her dress like that, and nobody else was going to be dressed like that. And so that was pulling teeth. And my little brother, I had to tell him, hey, this would look good if you put either your sweat shorts that are, USA, like because he was Captain America, or your pajamas. And he got mad at me too, thinking that I was just messing around. I was like, no, everybody's going to be dressed, in superhero costume. We don't all get to show up and, be a superhero dressed as a city attorney every day. So, so I also, just to let you know, for all you moms and dads and brothers and sisters and everybody else who's here, we do have cake and coffee afterwards. Just be where Julio's at, and don't worry, he's not security for it. He's just there, probably wondering when can we start. And then we'll start after Bill gets his chance our mayor gets his chance to speak. So like John said, we had an opportunity, so I want to report out going to Scottsdale. It was a high-end place where it was just like, it's kind of like being Palm Springs, in a sense. You have a lot of nice restaurants. So in a lot of nice, retail places. And of course, it may be a little different over here. The parking structure was just amazing because you couldn't even tell it was the parking structure. It just blended in. And so the way they hid it, in a sense, and then they told us there was even another means of hiding it, even though it's a standing structure. And so it was great to see that, because it's just the visualization that we need, and to have that vision and that forefront for the future. So I also want to report out on SCAG. I had a chance to talk to Juanita about it, and a lot of it there is based on not our region, and of course we have to be there to make sure we have a voice and we, you know, we vote and we, you know, we pay attention to the things that we need to do for just our area. So, I mean, you know, it was an interesting time, you know, but I do appreciate being there and representing the city. Try to make it back for the, you know, for the 5K, and somehow I left in shorts, and when I was driving back home in the morning, I ended up right before Morongo with fog, and it, you know, literally brought traffic to a halt for the next like hour and 15, 20 minutes. And then eventually, when I got to maybe, I don't know what city, and it was raining, so I was like, man, you know, like I'm just not dressed the way I'm supposed to be dressed. I made it home. By the time I made it, and you know, it was already late, but my little brother, my mom, you know, my family was really happy on what took place. So just seeing their faces and you know, just seeing them, you know, filled with joy. I mean, that's all that matters. It's what God provides. It's just that joy in our life and our joy in our heart. You know, the fact that we're all alive every day, just it matters most. Also, you know, just the fact of everything that we do up here, and you know, we try to do our best. And you know, I know that I just personally want to thank Renee. I mean, when I was over there, he had said, "Did I see the video?" I didn't know what he was talking about because I was in Skag, and then other people brought up that, hey, your city manager did a PSA announcement. I was like, what? And they showed me the video, and I saw, and I, you know, usually when I see Renee, I mean, I'm sorry, you know, I don't know if you want me to call you city manager or, you know, Mr. Bobadilla, but when I see Renee, I'm not used to him just struggling for how to say something, you know what I mean? And you know, and he's there he is, and it's like heart-wrenching to see it. And they're like, you haven't seen the video? And I was like, nah. And then they're like, I was like, man, you know, the fact that he did that, and he's, you know, trying to inform the community, and I'm glad that, you know, people didn't torch him for it, and, you know, he's just doing it because he's trying to inform you guys, you know, on our behalf, you know, and so it just makes it a lot easier that you have somebody who has that vision to say, hey, we need to make sure that we do a PSA announcement, and he's willing to I mean, literally take the bullet, you know. And so I personally want to thank you, sir, for that. I mean, like I said, when I saw it, I was, you know, in my conference, and that's when I saw it. So, you know, thank you for that. And I mean, other than that, I mean, you know, I did report out, so I'm good, right? All right. So other than that, I just want to just make sure that you guys are aware that everything we do in the city of Santa Fe Springs is done with love and admiration to all our staff, to all our law enforcement. Thank you for all that you do, and everybody that sits up here, that God may always bless you guys, and you know, and also our own mental health, that we need to start looking at, you know, ourselves and how to take care of ourselves, and, you know, whatever we can do to help ourselves, and, you know, it's great to do. So thank you guys. Have a good night. And, you know, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Mayor, before you close, if I may, Julio has been patiently waiting back there. We want to give you, the council, and the members of the public, an update of where we are with our water situation.
Sure.
If we could have Julio give us a quick update.
You don't want him to do a video?
He's too new. He's too new.
Hold on. Let me just.
Morales.
Are we going to show your video? Do we have the 3 slides? Good evening, Mayor, members of the City Council. I'm waiting for a second. I just have 3 quick slides. Here we go. So I'm here to address the water utility billing issue. And hopefully this message is the same thing that you've seen, we've conveyed. Our staff has been working extra hours to try to contact everyone and get this message out. In short, we sent out a bill on April 23rd that was incorrect. I may start with one thing. Half of the city receives a bill on one cycle, which we call the even cycle. The other city receives on the odd cycle. So we sent an incorrect bill to half of the city. The other half is going to get another bill later. So it wasn't everyone, it was half of the city. The even cycle is what we call that, just for clarification. If you received a bill in April, it was incorrect. And this was due to the errors that we had in transitioning over to system, a new computer system. So what we're going to do to correct that is we had gone back to average billing. By now, you should have received a revised bill. So for example, some of you may have had a bill that was several times larger than what you were expecting before. And in order to step back, we said we're going to go back to a system that was working, revert back to average billing, and then we hope that's going to give us some time to correct and identify and fix the problems that we're identifying at this point. So those bills have been mailed out, these revised bills for those who received a bill on April 23rd. If you thought that amount was an error, please disregard it and pay the new revised bill, which would have been the bill that you received a couple months ago. If you already paid your bill, you will receive a credit towards your next bill. There will be no penalties or interest assessed. It is our error in our computer system that we're doing in transition to a new system. The system that we had before was from the 1980s. And you may have recalled we'd had this issue before. We started everyone on average billing, which is what most water agencies revert back to. We apologize for any confusion, any inconvenience it may have caused. As we're talking, we have staff here till 8 o'clock working, taking any calls. If you have any further questions, you can either call us, I can take your call directly and answer any questions about your water bill, or you can go on the website and try to direct these. Next page, please. So it's important, we had direct billing, otherwise known as direct debit. This system, because the fact it was automatically taking out an amount from your checking account, we stopped that system because we knew once we found out there were some incorrect amounts, we stopped offering that. If you'd like to continue to an electronic billing system, please go online and you can register the water billing software at Santa Fe Springs website. Note, this is not a direct one where you take the amount out. You would still pay electronically through a credit card. If you'd like to pay some other method, which is your payment will be due at the end of the month, you can go here to City Hall. You can pay online or call by phone. So that information is there in front of you. And once again, I'll be here if you have any questions to answer any of your questions. Last part, if I'm ill. So if you need help, once again, this week we're open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 to 8 p.m. We're staying late. You can call us that number right there, which we have a special blue hotline to answer any questions. And I myself make myself available. I'll give you a card with my cell phone on it if you want to call me directly any time of day. Once again, it's important. We apologize for the error. It is something that we did in converting to a new computer system. We hope in some time we're going to identify and correct all the issues. Please be patient with us. If you have any questions, I'll be outside there if you want to ask me any questions. Anything further for the council?
Real quick, I know with the water bill, you also have the fire department billing.
Yes.
Is that going to go back on it, or do we have to reinstate everybody?
Oh, you're talking about the paramedic billing?
Paramedic. Yeah. Do we have to reinstate everybody again?
That's a great question. It's our understanding, I'll confirm this, that some people stopped having that system and would have to renew that specifically. I think it was billed on that system, but to actually be billed the $5 a month paramedic billing, you have to go back and confirm. That didn't come off. So I think if it may have come off, we can identify that, but I think a certain number of people rolled off automatically because they didn't renew.
Just to add that, Juanita, they were talking to, because the way that system was set up, if, when you pay $60, it's for the whole house. But you have 12 people in a house, and, or 10 people or 6 people, and sometimes some people don't live there, and then they say that. So I think what they're trying to look at now is they want each person who lives in that home to pay the $60, and then, so then individually, so then it makes it easier for us to have that upkeep. Also, when it comes to the water bill, the utility, I was, talking to my colleagues and asking Renee to make sure that we not only put it in Spanish, but other favorable languages that, is spoken here in our community, just to make sure that everybody does get the chance to communicate. And I think we should probably put something on our Go SFS, if, just to let people know that we are there, if they do need individuals to speak to them in their language, that maybe we could have some kind of hotline on our Go SFS app. And then I know that we had talked about on our water bill, or I know that I talked to Renee about this, and I said that, you know, we talked about how a lot of the numbers, people don't have the same numbers anymore, but no one is, you know, changing and said, hey, you're updating their phone numbers, thank you. They're updating their numbers. I mean, the school district deals with that too, so I'd ask Renee to put that on the GoSFS site so people can register there and
We'd
just
appreciate
update-
those calls in
Yeah,
because that
update,
would
yeah, especially if they just updated themselves, just makes it easier so the phone calls don't, you know, stop you guys from doing your everyday services, you know? You know, so anything we
Councilmember,
can do to
unfortunately, we
stream.
called everyone that we had phone numbers for. We left a number of messages.
Mm-hmm.
We can't ascertain if they're current. So if anyone would like to update information or give us updated information, we'd gladly see.
Especially, like I said, if we put it on the GoSFS and then we just push it out there wherever we, you know, whether it be at every event, anything that we have, and, you know, we put it all over
We
social
definitely
media.
do a major campaign to update accounts, phone numbers, emails,
Yes.
and such. So that's one thing we will be doing as part of this whole update, is gathering more data and getting that
Hopefully our
information.
Parks and Rec, the one.
Well, I know one thing that everybody gets one is the newsletter.
Yeah.
So definitely a blurb in that.
So if I can summarize once again, the bill that got on April 23rd was incorrect. Please disregard that bill. You have received a bill or should have received a bill sometime in the mail, a revised one, which will go back to average billing. That will be due at the end of the month. If those did not receive a bill in April, you will be receiving another one in the next week or so. That will be your bill that will also be on average billing. So if you have any questions, please go to the website or the numbers listed here. We're here till 8 p.m. Today and tomorrow as well. And I can provide my phone number if you want to talk to me directly.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, we will make this right.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for your
Julio.
patience.
So I know there's only a handful of residents here, but please spread the word that we are totally transparent. We're not dodging this bullet. It happened. We're dealing with it. We're not making any excuses. It was a mistake, but we're all in it together, and we'll all get out of this together. So we're not pointing fingers at any individuals. It just happened. So, and we appreciate the patience. And anybody that I've talked to, in fact, I got a call today from a resident, spoke to Julio, and he didn't call to complain. He called to thank me. So anybody that talks to the staff, they understand it, and they may not be okay with it, but they do understand what we're going through. So, and I thank you for all of us being involved in this conversation and showing that, again, we're all in this together, and we will get through this. We will get through this. So thank you for that. Thank you,
We'll be back
Julio.
there guarding the cake.
Okay. And I'll keep mine short because I know there is coffee and cake. Once again, happy birthday, Annette. Happy birthday, Santa Fe Springs. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers. Enjoy. Thank you. Thank you. Any suggestions for a gift for my wife? Please help me out. But I also did attend Scottsdale. It was an amazing trip, amazing site. I mean, I wish we could build something like we saw. If we do, as Joe Angels, it may be a lot smaller scale, but it would be a destination for Santa Fe Springs. It would be a great project for Santa Fe Springs to bring the residents to. Everything else was touched. So with that, I want to wish everyone, again, all the moms, a happy Mother's Day. Meeting adjourned.
Bill, if you want to take the balloons.
There you
home,
go.
No.
say, "Here you
How
go."
many years have you been married, Bill?
Proclamation.
Hey,
26.
okay, wait, we can't do 20, we get a 6.
Take your proclamation.